Welcome back to the channel. We are here once again with our Dell 3880, which for 2021 was the cheapest brand new Dell desktop PC I could buy. When I say that, I mean this specific one. When I got this thing, it came with a hard drive, no SSD, 4 gigs of RAM, an i3-10300, and I've been going through the process of upgrading a lot of those things and making some other fun videos about it along the way. So there is a playlist for this thing linked right up there and down in the description where you can go get all caught up on all the happenings if you would like. The purpose of today's video is going to be one of those more fun things. People have asked a few times about running games on this thing, and I have kind of jumped up and down and screamed at people. This is not a gaming PC, but the heart wants what it wants. If you have the $400 computer and you want to play a game, you're gonna probably try and play a game. So let's try the more popular ones people have asked for and see what happens. We're gonna try Minecraft, which is an older game, so it should run just fine, I think. Fortnite, which sort of the same story, being multi-platform and everything. I think it runs pretty well in just about everything. And kind of the same story in the third one as well, GTA 5. Which GTA 5 originally came out in like 2014, something like that. I have no experience with either Minecraft or Fortnite, but I've now bought GTA 5 for the third time. I've got it on PS3, PS4, and now PC. And you can see I spared every expense and bought like the most beat up used copy I could find on eBay. Just a fun side note, something I was not expecting is that this would be DVD and not Blu-ray because I am PlayStation Master Race. So there are like 8 installation discs in here, so it's probably going to take a while just to even get the thing loaded up. So I'm going to get this thing all piped in and ready to go for that purpose. Get all of our software downloaded and installed. I am just going to download the demo editions of Minecraft and Fortnite because I've never played them before and I don't know if I'm interested in them or not. And we'll give everything a try. The only hardware upgrades in this thing as far as performance right now are that I have doubled the RAM from 4 gigs to 8, and I think right now, today as of the date of this recording, Dell doesn't even sell one of these with 4 gigs anymore. And I've swapped the internal hard drive that Windows was loaded on, which was really slow, with a pretty fast Samsung SSD. Unless you buy right at the bottom barrel of Dell like I did, you will probably already have the SSD and the 8 gigs. Oh, and I also went through and nuked all the Dell bloatware one day. I just spent 20 minutes and uninstalled all the crap it came with, like McAfee and System Advisor or whatever, all that junk. I probably should have documented that. I apologize that I didn't. I just got annoyed with it one night and just did it. And my long-term goal for this thing, I'm just going to reload Windows from scratch on it, and I'll make a video covering that because that's probably the better thing to do anyway, and just get rid of the Dell specific operating system anyway. So at its heart, this thing is still a pretty slow garbage box right now. It's an i3, 8 gigs, and then with an SSD and Intel graphics. I'm not even sure if these games will start, but let's find out. Another thing I'm going to do here before we get going is I'm going to go ahead and let it install all of these Windows updates that it's interested in, just so that isn't going on in the background. I am also, at least for part of this video, probably going to end up running some sort of frame counter, so there'll be a software frame counter running on the Dell as we go, and that'll take some resources as well, but it is what it is. And I had someone else before comment that you have to do updates through the Microsoft Store, or that'll take a system hit too, like a performance hit, and it's like, okay dude, I didn't know that was a thing. So I'm going to look through this and see if there is anything that is sensible, like an easy way to go, hey, update things. Downloads and updates? Sure, get updates. Yeah, I uninstalled Cortana. I don't care about Microsoft People. Solitaire Collection. My phone, absolutely not. Yeah, these are updates for a bunch of stuff I like literally uninstalled. So I understand that criticism now, but a lot of this stuff is stuff I just straight up don't want anyway, and it doesn't look like it was doing stuff until I told it to. But I'll let it do it all the same. So we'll know that's done, and we'll wait for that to get done too. It is going to take a hot minute to go download other things and get them installed anyway. Minecraft free trial for Windows. I bet I'm going to have to make some sort of an account. Can I do this without Microsoft? Okay, well, maybe that'll just do it. That's good. Sure. Here, launch it. Let's see if it even runs. And I'm sure you guys already knew this, but I didn't. You have to sign into your Microsoft account to download it or play Minecraft. So that sucks for me. I don't typically sign into all that stuff. I try to do everything to avoid using it at all. I'm old and weird, so don't worry about it if you don't understand. Next up, let's get Fortnite going, which I think Fortnite is just free to play anyway. Yeah, I suppose the big yellow download button's the easy one, huh? Not my actual birth date. Let's see if it will let me do that. Oldest Fortnite player in history. There's already a genius out there. Okay, so I believe that is doing all of the things now. Let's go ahead and begin the arduous task of installing the 7 GTA 5 DVDs. I do have to say I like the disc artwork, and that's something the youngest among you is probably never going to experience, is this, you're probably all going to go digital pretty dang soon if you haven't done totally digital already. Anyway. Yeah, sure. Back to our GTA 5. Do I actually have to do this again? Okay, I'm going to let that dog lie for now, because I don't think that's going to take many system resources. It's interesting that disk 1 didn't just light off and start installing. And they didn't even fill up the whole first disk. GTA 5 ahoy. Okay, so it's going to be doing stuff for quite a long while into the future. Let's come back when it's all done, all rebooted, and everything's all settled in and happy. And here's the 5th time I've purchased GTA 5, complete with its used buddy down there. Because unbeknownst to me, when you own a physical Rockstar PC game, you don't actually own the game. It says right on the box, registration required via internet. Registration is limited to one Rockstar Social Club account per serial code. Only one PC login allowed per Social Club account at any time. Serial codes are non-transferable, blah, 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 blah. What they're saying there is that inside this box, it has a serial code just like a digital download would. So this is no different than just buying it digitally. These are just installation discs. You don't actually own jack crap in here. The process of me learning that took about a week, despite it being printed on the box, of course, because I'm a moron. Why would you ever read the back of the box? And became so frustrating to me that it's going to become its own video called Why I Don't PC Game. That video is going to be over on the Broken Tech channel if you want to go check it out there. And that video will illustrate the process of how I came to this conclusion, because it wasn't totally obvious, but it's probably a lot more obvious to you guys that are actually PC gamers. Anyway, moving on. I'm pretty sure now I can get GTA 5 to run. So you guys are probably going to see some pretty straightforward installations for Minecraft and Fortnite, and then nothing for GTA 5 because it took a week to get it installed. So now that our installations are all buttoned up, let's get in this thing and see if anything actually plays on it. I'm kind of curious to see if the games even start. So let's give Fortnite a try. Did I create an Epic Games account? I guess I would have had to. I bet it was garbage. We will do sign in later and see if we can just get away with it. So far it's looking like we're not getting away with it. Yeah, it's going to make me sign in. Okay then. So I finally gave up and created an Epic Games account. I tried and tried not to, but it occurred to me, even if I don't care for this game, it is now a benchmark, so we're going to have to do this many, many times anyway. On to Fortnite. Maybe. So apparently this launcher thing is now the common thing, and it didn't actually install the game before. So while that's doing what it's doing, let me see if I can remember how to even start Minecraft. I mean, I see the Minecraft installer, and I know I already ran it. Maybe I didn't, and I just thought I did. And holy crap, this has been at it for a little while already, and it looks like it's going to be a minute. So once again, we will wait for things that I thought were installed already to actually begin functioning. Alright, I think we are finally ready to play some games. Let's go with Fortnite first. And welcome back to the video that, for me, just will not end. I was 99% done with this video and was going over my final render of it when I realized that my capture device that just captures straight HDMI out into my capture PC was apparently not able to keep pace with anything that was going on, and I was recording a frame rate of like 1 or 2 frames per second. I messed around with it, and I couldn't get it good enough to illustrate the performance. So now I have to do one of the things I really don't like doing, which is point a camera at a monitor to make a video. May not be obvious, but I bought the 3880 to be a part of the channel to make videos with, not necessarily to make videos on. And this is exactly why, is I need a computer with enough horsepower to do stuff like this so we don't have super janky looking videos like this one. So with all my apologies and excuses aside, let's try Fortnite again and see how this works out, because I really didn't want to make a performance video where you can't really see how it performs. We will still have the frame rate counter, which you can see up there in the upper left hand corner, and I am still screen capturing. I will probably dump that frame rate counter in a picture-in-picture window so you can see it a little bit better, since my recording technology here sucks. Sound should still be okay. Also, despite having been in and out of this game a few times, just trying to get things to work, I still don't really know how to play it, so you'll have to forgive that aspect of what's going on. And also, my first impressions of all this stuff are now long out the window. Not that that's what this video is about, but that opportunity passed a few days ago. So here we are. It's performing pretty well. That's like 50 FPS. And I have tinkered with this game enough to know that I can see why it's popular. It's a pretty fun little game. It is super cute, just the color schemes and everything else about it. But yeah, here you can see the performance is actually completely playable. I think somebody asked me if you could play this game in 120 FPS on a 3880, and I said, yeah, probably not. But right now, just in our little bus balloon thing, we're running 30 frames a second, looking at this gigantic map, and it's all doing fine. So let's bail on out. We'll get our skydive on. And I don't know, is that orb over there something we should be interested in? I don't know what the storm fronts are. What happens if I just... No, you can't just suicide. Try and get close enough to the other people so at least there's something going on. So they can at least kill me if they want. Another side effect of what's going on here is I can't see. There's a camera in front of me. Oh, vehicle. So anyway, that is Fortnite. It runs pretty well, I think. Let's move on to some Minecraft. All right, well, once again, we were just playing the demo version. And again, I've been in and out of this one a few times, so... All right, and it plays pretty well. I'll give you the motion sickness treatment here. And that's maintaining over 30 FPS. I think there's some animals over here I can go harvest. Or stuff. Yeah, not quite as dynamic as Fortnite, at least right off the bat. And now we're down at 20, but even at 20 I feel like it's completely playable. You know, just zooming around just for the sake of it. Yep, yep, here, pig. Oh yeah, and I also have no idea what I'm doing in this game either. But it's maintaining at least 20 frames a second, really. I saw it drop down to like 19 there once. May not be that impressive, but it's doing a fine job, and I think I actually do have the quality settings turned up a fair bit. Render distance is cranked up. Yeah, so I've got everything turned up pretty far. We'll turn those settings down. We'll try it again. Yeah, so now it's at like 60 FPS, 55. Yeah, completely playable. So if this is what you're after, I think you'll be pretty happy with what you're going to get out of this. So that is Minecraft. Alright, here's for the one I've got the least hope for, and that is GTA 5. It's also the one I put the most work into. And I should put it out there right off the bat that if for some reason you don't know what the Grand Theft Auto games are about, they're extraordinarily violent, full of foul language and all that stuff. So if that's not your cup of tea, or if you don't want your kids seeing this part of the video or whatever, you should probably go about your way and do something else. You gotta be joking. I installed this game yesterday. Did updates on it yesterday. So if you are keeping score, that is 3 updates in 3 days, and they were all forced. I couldn't do anything about them. I don't know what they're updating, and I don't care.
Let the hate flow through you.
So we're about to get to a part in the first mission where it should not be too terribly violent, and it should not be too terribly curse word laden, because I would like to keep my channel on the up and up with YouTube in those regards. I don't really need to be that guy, but this is going to illustrate some of the shortcomings I found in the game yesterday when I tried this. What we're going to end up doing is running from the police. And the problem I was having is there's such low detail on the screen, I couldn't really tell which cars were police cars and which cars weren't. Because you'll see down here in your heads-up display, there'll be little dots chasing after you. And sometimes you don't know if there's a police car up on a bridge or if it's on the same road you are or what. And I wouldn't have any kind of clarity to know that until basically it was too late. This will be a good illustration of why I wouldn't really recommend GTA 5, although it does play a lot better than the very beginning in the first mission. It was down at like 12 frames a second for, you know, all the combat intense stuff. So I'm going to go with not recommended, but if you want it bad enough, you can probably get away with it. Anyway, here we go. All right, here we go. So cops are chasing me. Oh yeah, I also need to be able to see. I forgot there's going to be a camera in my way. Let's try and avoid a copyright strike. So let me see if I can get a big enough gain on some of these cops to like illustrate. And really with the low quality of the recording that you're watching too, you're gonna pretty much have to take my word for it. Yeah, there's a cop up there. And that's about the time I could tell it was actually a cop. Okay, here's going to be another one up on the right. Yeah. Yeah, you got to watch out, fool. I'm sorry. Alright, so now I am actually going to try and outrun the cops. And we're still maintaining 30 FPS. It's just like at what a price. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. Come on. Don't. Ah! Alright. I also suck at playing this game this way. Keyboard and mouse isn't really my thing, and I don't have a controller for the computer yet. But anyway, that is GTA 5. Let me just get out and run away. Run away! Franklin's probably just going to end up dead. Yeah. We'll say it's up to you whether or not you think you can play it on similar hardware. One thing I am noticing is it's got the RAM maxed out. This thing has 8 gigs of RAM in it, and it's maxed out there at 750. So I do wonder if putting 16 in it would help. Keeping in mind we are still on Intel graphics, so maybe, maybe not. And that might be a test that we revisit in the future. Who knows? So guys, I'm not sure how convoluted this video is going to end up being because it kind of became like maybe 2 or 3 different videos as I went along. But I hope you enjoyed watching some of the process of getting the games installed, getting this stuff running, and then of course the performance of the games overall. For the most part, I would say Minecraft and Fortnite, you're good to go. You can play those games. You'll probably be just fine. GTA 5, not so much. The good news is that my next planned upgrade for this guy is a graphics card. Right now this is mid-July of 2021, and the graphics card market is still absolutely crazy. So I decided to, rather than do what I really wanted to do, which was get like a low mid-tier card, I just went straight to the bottom. Because if I'm going to pay double price for something, let's try and pay double price for something that's already pretty affordable. So I have a GT 1030 coming for this thing that should be here in a week or two, which I know not that many people will be excited about. However, it will be interesting to see what kind of difference it makes on these 3 games, as well as our normal benchmark tests that we've done in the other videos in the series. Then maybe later on we could do something like a 1050 or a 1650 or, who knows. We'll see what the future brings at that point. But for right now, I want to thank you guys for stopping in, and we'll catch you on the next one. I'm Max, that's Saddington Bear, and we make videos like this all the time. Here are a couple links to some other videos we've made, and we really appreciate you guys stopping in.